On the storm watch, some showers into the east and the flooding potential with slow-moving rainfall along that front that's been plaguing much of the country for the last few days. That continues into the east coast now. And in the tropics, things are quieting down, but there's still Tropical Storm Lisa to talk about. And that leads off the tropical update on this Thursday morning. Looking at the Atlantic Ocean, we can see Lisa in the middle of the ocean moving towards the northeast. We're seeing still fairly quiet conditions in the Gulf of Mexico right now. A large band of clouds and showers along the eastern United States and pretty quiet weather around much of the tropics on this October day, but things can and do change at times. Right now, here's where Tropical Storm Lisa is as of 5 a.m. at 25.5 north, 41.0 west, or 1,125 miles southwest of the Azores Islands. Winds at 16 miles per hour, moving towards the northeast at 25, and pressure at 997 millibars. Looking at the storm into the Atlantic, not as a well-defined storm. It's slowly moving towards the north and the east, taking away the northern portion of it. And we're seeing some not too active weather taking place into the areas just east of Africa. We did see one tropical wave come across off the coast of Africa and start to tear apart for shearing, and most likely will not make it across the ocean because of the troughs that are into the Atlantic Ocean this time of the year and helping to drive storms away from the United States and keep their development minimal. Into the Gulf of Mexico, we're seeing some unorganized convection here too, and of course it's being watched, but just areas of showers just right off the southwestern portion of the Caribbean. Lots of clouds over Central America and cloud cover into the Gulf, but still warm waters into the Gulf of Mexico. Looking at hurricanes, the 1998 Atlantic hurricane season, we've had 12 named storms and 7 hurricanes and 2 major hurricanes so far. And in the average Atlantic season, well, we're a little bit above. We usually have around 9 named storms with 6 hurricanes, and we're on track for the major hurricane average of about 2 during the season. Looking at the general hurricane season, now into the early to middle October, going towards the point of the second peak of the season, towards the middle of October, the major peak into the early months or early days of September, around the 17th or so. Things quiet down, a small peak in October, then things drop off dramatically generally from the middle of October into November and towards the end of hurricane season by the end of November into December. Here's what's happening back on the mainland, and a quiet day for the most part. We do have a frontal boundary that's tracking very slowly towards the east and bringing rainfall along the eastern seaboard. The chance for some heavy thunderstorms into South Carolina, North Carolina, and into Florida today. But besides that, the rest of the country is pretty quiet on this Thursday morning. There's the front and the showers associated with it from the Carolinas through Virginia. The heaviest rainfall in Pennsylvania and New York State, tracking towards the east. High pressure in the Midwest and fog into Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Into the west, we're seeing a trough here and a low pressure cell and a trough bringing some shower activity into the Pacific Northwest around Seattle and Portland. Light showers there with some snow possible at the higher elevations of the Cascades, upwards to 1 to 3 inches of snow from the system, but much of the country rather quiet and drying out. Here's the national radar, and that large band of showers just about covering all of Pennsylvania into West Virginia and Virginia, western North Carolina, much of South Carolina, portions of northern Georgia. Well, towards the west, things are quiet into the Midwest, and in the Pacific Northwest, we are seeing light amount of showers into California and also into Oregon and Washington State. Through midnight, the heaviest rain will be along the front in the eastern portion of the country, into Virginia, into portions of Pennsylvania, New York State, and into southern sections of New Hampshire, and into the west, light showers around Seattle and Portland, and upwards to maybe 1 to 3 inches of snow into the Cascade Mountains. Looking at what to expect for this Thursday, our slow-moving front will bring more rainfall into the east, and some more showers in the southeast, east of our front. Pretty quiet over the bulk of the country. Cold front making its way through the northwest, and a few showers in the northwest around Seattle. This evening, our front moves just a little bit slower towards the east. More showers in New York City and around Norfolk, Virginia, into the Outer Banks of the North Carolinas, and more rainfall into the southeast. Temperatures into the 80s in Texas.
Each time a disturbance comes off the coast of Africa, we follow that until it develops into a storm or to whatever it does. That way you're prepared, and you're safe, out of harm's way.
This program was sponsored by Touchstone Energy. We are America's electric cooperatives.
Partnership means growth. That's the way it's been for America's electric co-ops and America's businesses and communities. We've always kept affordable power flowing steadily and reliably. Now, we're joining other local co-ops to form a nationwide alliance, Touchstone Energy, to ensure state-of-the-art technology and personalized service. It's the power of human connections. We are America's electric co-op.
Good morning. It's time now for Storm Watch. Once again today we are tracking a slow-moving storm system that will bring some locally heavy rains to portions of the eastern seaboard. And we'll have more details coming up in a moment. Right now, though, it's time for your tropical update with John Hope. John?
Well, thank you, Cheryl. And looking out in the tropics today, 1 week, a little better than a week into October, we don't see anything out there that we're concerned about. We have Tropical Storm Lisa far out in the Atlantic. That's moving away. There is some disturbed weather down here in the Caribbean Sea that we're going to watch. There's some indications there could be some development down there 2 or 3 days hence. We don't think there's going to be anything right away because we have westerly winds that are down pretty far south. And in the Gulf of Mexico itself, we have the tail end of an old front there. These are the latest statistics on Lisa, centered at 27.6 north, 39.5 west. That's 965 miles southwest of the Azores Islands. The Azores Islands way over here on this side of the Atlantic, and moving away pretty fast, as you can see, about 23 miles per hour. So that's not going to be of any concern to any land area at all. And now here's the latest satellite picture. Oh, and notice to the west here we have a strong front, and those are kind of going to amalgamate in the next day or so. And I think that when it does, that Lisa will lose its tropical characteristics and just be a North Atlantic storm. Here's the visible or the infrared satellite picture. Not very much going on around the center. One little flare up of showers and thunderstorms there. Now we've been watching an area out here in the Atlantic, but it looks less well organized than it did yesterday. It's very far to the south, farther south than we ordinarily ever see anything develop this time of the year. Off the coast of Africa, we have yet another wave coming across, but once again, we wouldn't expect that to develop. Now, in the Caribbean Sea, here's that area. The thunderstorms and heavy showers have increased quite a bit this morning. That's east of Nicaragua and north of Panama. But again, we'll have to get rid of these westerly winds up here before there's anything there to be concerned about. Named storms this year, we've had 12. We've had 7 hurricanes, 2 major hurricanes. One was Bonnie and one was George. And we're just, this is the normal 9, 6, and 2. And we're just past the peak of the hurricane season. That occurred on the 10th of September. Another secondary maximum here in October. But again, nothing right now. So that's the tropics. Now back to Cheryl.
All right, as we check out the strong thunderstorm potential for today, you'll see that we do have a chance for some rough weather conditions across the southeastern coastline. We're still tracking a front that's been pressing its way towards the east, and we think that from the Carolina coastal region southward into Florida, there could be some rather threatening conditions today. Speaking of that, already we've had a few strong thunderstorms developing around the coastal waters of New Smyrna Beach and around Cape Canaveral this morning. And we do have a special marine advisory out for some possible water spouts in the vicinity. What's causing this, again, it will be our front that's been marching eastward. It's pulling up some moisture, colliding with our front. And the end result will be some showers and some thunderstorms. You can see the rains already lined up from southern Georgia up through the Carolinas, and some widespread soaking rain still coming down across the middle Atlantic and the northeastern states. Before it's all over and done with, by later tonight, a chance for maybe a half an inch to an inch of rain. So some substantial rains likely to come in across Williamsport, Philadelphia, on into Washington, D.C., Hartford, and Boston. It's definitely going to be an afternoon for the rain gear because we'll watch all that moisture surging its way across the area throughout the afternoon. Unfortunately, our front will not be budging very quickly across the northeastern states. At least towards the southeast, though, the front will finally make some headway eastward, and that spells some improvements for those of you in Atlanta. Nice and delightful weather, too, from Dallas, Texas, northward up towards Chicago and Green Bay. And kind of quiet today, too, across the southwestern states. For the Pacific Northwest, a chance for some rain, even some snowfall, too, higher up in the Cascades. Stay tuned. We'll check out current weather from coast to coast and the forecast for the weekend. It's all coming up next.
The rain will take its time as it pushes across the eastern seaboard. Find out how long it will rain in your area on Weather Center after your local forecast.
My best friend stands by me night and day.
Introducing new savory cuts from Hill Science Diet with moist, meaty cuts of chicken, beef, and fish.
Whoa, whoa, my best friend.
What vets feed their pets.
You don't get in this kind of shape running on a treadmill. You do it with strength exercise, and I do it with the Bowflex. You know, if you're not working out with strength training right now, you need to. Because if you want to lose weight, you got to add the muscle, and that's why you need a Bowflex machine. It's like nothing else you've ever tried.
Have to be wealthy, just responsible. Having one is a credit to the way you manage your finances, so don't wait. Apply by phone today. Save now and save when the rate goes to a still low fixed 12.99% APR.
Imagine us with a first USA Platinum Visa card. We deserve it.
They're giving us credit for our good credit.
How about some credit for my good idea?
Right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
Well, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us for Storm Watch. Coming up shortly, I'll talk to you a little bit about what's going on in the Northeast with the heavy rain moving on through. Right now, though, Dr. Steve Lyons is going to tell us what's happening in the tropics on our Tropical Update.
Well, thanks, Rich, and welcome to the Tropical Update. Let's get right to it. We have quite a few features out here of interest, tropical-wise, but really only one that potentially could affect the United States, and that's this area of disturbed weather in the Caribbean. Still a long shot and still a ways off. Still some shower activity in the Gulf of Mexico, and of course we have our tropical storm Lisa out here moving off to the northeast very quickly. And let's get the latest statistics on that for you statistics buffs, following all the tropical cyclones. 30.6 north, 37.8 west. That's about 725 miles south-southwest of the Azores. Of course, the Azores are these islands up here. So it's heading here, and it's forecast to turn more northward in the next 24 hours. Winds are up to 70 miles per hour, just sub-hurricane force. It's moving to the north-northeast very, very quickly, 28 miles per hour, and you can see that by the displacement of the dots here becoming wider apart, indicating acceleration. We don't expect this to affect the United States at all, but you can see it caught up in this mid-latitude trough off to the west, swinging up to the north very quickly. Strongest winds are on the southeast portion of the circulation right now. No worry for the United States. To have this frontal boundary out here, now it's mostly just high cloud associated more with a jet stream coming up out of the tropics here with a trough to the north. Little area of disturbed weather farther down here in the Bay of Campeche. This area is produce a little convective mesocyclone here. Nothing to worry about here other than a little weak circulation above the surface, which will fizzle out. Winds aloft are fairly strong here, as we'll see on the water vapor imagery in a second. The area of real concern, and not much concern yet, is the area down in here. General area of low pressure at the surface and just above the surface. You can sort of see that here. The area of whiteness in here is sort of the low cloud up around 5,000 feet. You can sort of see that low cloud swinging up out of the southwest and then turning back toward the west there. So there is a weak low-level cyclonic circulation there and a weak low right along the coast of Nicaragua. The forecast scenario there is to generally move northward over the next couple of days, but look at how fast those westerly winds are there. The reason we tend to be concerned this time of year there is because most of our tropical cyclone activity occurs in that general region. But when we look at the water vapor imagery, typically what we see this time of year is that the westerly winds are very, very strong, and that usually precludes any tropical development at that stage of the game. So we're not too worried about it at this stage, but we'll keep an eye on it for you anyway. Well, now let's get back to the mainland United States and Rich.
All right, thank you, Steve. As we look out around the country, we'll take a look at what's happening across the country. We'll start with our latest current weather map out there, and as we see what's happening, we do have the front making its way out across the country. We are looking at plenty of clouds on the eastern seaboard and some locally heavy rain out into the northeast, so expect more rain to come on down from New York City all the way up across southern New England. It's going to be one of those nights where the rain continues to pour on down. Sort of windy and wet in the northwest. We'll cover all the areas, including the forecast. That's coming up after your local conditions.
Slow-moving rain could mean a slow-moving rush hour for the Northeast. This plus the national forecast ahead on Weather Center after your local forecast.
Do a lot of traveling for business, huh? Want to earn even more Delta Sky Miles? Just apply for the Delta Sky Miles credit card from American Express. There's no faster way to earn Sky Miles. In fact, you'll get 5,000 bonus miles to start. Just call 1-800-SKY-MILE to apply. With the Delta Sky Miles card, every dollar you spend gets you a mile. And when you buy your Delta tickets with it, you'll get 50% more miles. You'll even get double miles on purchases from these special partners. Only American Express gives you that. And with the Delta Sky Miles card, you can pay over time. So call 1-800-SKY-MILE and add those 5,000 bonus miles to your account. The sooner you call for your Delta Sky Miles credit card, the sooner you'll get where you really want to be. By the way, nice tie. Only American Express can help Delta flyers do more.
Inspired by the motion picture Titanic, this is the Blue Heart Jewel. It's the necklace that's taking the nation by storm. And the hottest news, it's only $19.95. Call the toll-free number to get yours now.
Wow! It's the Blue Heart Jewel! It's awesome! I love you guys.
The necklace that makes dreams come true. But it's not available in stores. Call now and be the envy of all your friends.
Is that the Blue Heart?
Thursday night, Jim's off. I'm Lisa Thomas-Laurie. In the news this evening, a tragic early morning crash kills a family of 3. And the House of Representatives moves ahead with a possible impeachment of the president. We will have a live report from Washington. But the big story on Action News tonight is a sordid tale of